We are here with an amazing woman. Have you ever found yourself doing a DIY? Well, she does that full time. She shows us the best of what we can be through crafts and through artwork and through her inspirational projects and what she does. She is absolutely an amazing woman that we are blessed to be here with today. Alicia Thomas, how are you doing?
Hi there. I am well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm really excited to be with you.
I know. It's been years since
Yeah,
I've seen you.
it has been years, you know. Since I took one of your classes. I was lucky enough to take one of your classes. I took the cricket class, and my cricket is still, actually, you know, we said this off camera.
It's still in the box.
I lost the cricket. You know, I don't know. How do you lose a cricket? It's like this big.
I get that a lot. Some people take the class for just to have something to do or just to learn about their cricket, and they never touch it. So long as you have the experience, I feel like when you pull it out, everything is going to come back to you. Yeah. So don't worry. I'm not mad.
I'm going to take another class.
Don't worry.
My printer's still in the box. I was so excited.
You need a refresher at this point.
I do. I'm going to come back. I was so invested. I really, honestly, I was so invested. You know, I think part of when you do like a bit of a DIY type stuff, I feel like you need a dedicated space. Yeah. And I think that may have been a part of my problem with...
Most definitely, because I started in my kitchen, so the space, the clutter, it can hinder you from actually doing the vision. So I see it.
It can hinder you from doing the vision. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it's interesting that you say the word vision, because we're here with you because we want to learn how to make a vision board for 2026 as we get started. We're in this, you know, New Year episode. And so how does a person, if they want to get started making a vision board, and I'm going to tell you, I make a vision board every year. I consider myself having elite levels of vision board making skills. But I know you're better than me. So what is some advice on making a vision board?
So my advice is, first question to you, when you make your vision board, do you make it by yourself or do you make it with friends?
Me? Yes. I thought you were asking, like, you know, I make it, I've made it almost always with friends.
Okay. So, that's what I was going for. It's best with friends because sometimes they help you. You know, the ideas that they throw around, not saying you have to do that same exact idea, but it just gives you the motivation to be around friends, to be around family. You're motivated. You're crafting. You're in that moment. Yes. So to do a vision board, you want to be very intentional about what do you seek for the year. So hidden fact, it's not really a fact, but my vision board for 2025 was the best vision board to where I'm still working on that board. I started a new board for this year. However, 2025 meant a lot to me, so it's still there. But to create a vision board, you need all the materials. And sometimes when I have my events, not even sometimes, all the time, I supply all the materials. The board down to the glue sticks, magazines, cutouts, stickers, cardstock, you name it, it's there. Because I want you to have a variety of options. You never think of something until it's right in front of you. Yeah. So to have that, those are my intentions. I want that sticker, you know. I want that piece of a magazine. That word stands out to me that wouldn't stand out to you if you were just at home somewhere.
And that's really helpful because when I think about making a vision board, I just think about going and finding some old magazines and scissors and glue. That's and I mean, you know, I have something to stick it on, but like I actually went to somebody's vision board party a couple years ago, and they had stickers and they had different things like that, which I hadn't even thought like, oh, that's a good thing to add to it, you know, in terms of like making it a little bit meatier and have more depth, and even like, you know, verses and scriptures or like some kind of a, you know, quote helps.
And it's also great to have sticky notes too, because if there's something that you don't see but that's on your mind heavily, like you said, Bible scriptures, some of that isn't in magazines or, you know, not everybody has that sticker or religion, you know, we don't know. So to have sticky notes you can put those verses down. That means a lot. That's your intention. You're seeking for the new year. So absolutely.
Then that just makes me think maybe I need to keep like some sticky notes next to it. So then you can, as you decide, okay, like I want to move this way, I want to move in that way.
Exactly.
You know, and I'm going to give people what my personal best tips, because I got to tell you, I get so sad seeing all these sad vision boards every year. I'm like, you know, you guys got sometimes they're so, what has helped me over the years with filling out my vision board is to fill especially if it's a big poster, to fill the board and to some extent, because sometimes when you cut it out of a magazine, you only have these little pieces,
right?
Which is fine if you're doing it on, you know, a piece of paper that's like a, you know, an 8x11. But if sometimes you have to have like bigger things in order to fill it. Otherwise, you'll have this humongous science board
and that's
project.
Where I'm going for. So with my boards, you know, the big white poster boards,
right?
I cut those into 4s.
See,
because you don't, a bigger board, your vision is going to be super humongous. You feel like you need to fill it all up.
Yeah, and if you don't fill it up, it looks like empty. Like it looks like
it's just space.
Yeah.
You know, so speaking of space, I don't want you to space out. Yeah. I don't want you to lose those intentions.
So maybe a smaller one.
Yeah. That's so all my boards are like an 8x11 because it's simple, it's to the point. Knock it off your goal list.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know what is cool about an 8x11 that I haven't thought about is that you can carry it around with you likely. You know,
exactly.
if it's
I started
smaller.
to bring mine today so you can see, because I feel like I snapped on it. But yes, most definitely in the car, in your laptop, your backpack. It's helpful.
Okay. So any more tips on the vision board?
Any more tips? Be realistic.
Okay.
So I know we all want to be millionaires and, you know, we want to be that girl, which I am, but...
T, you are, absolutely.
But be realistic, you know. I say all the time, I'm a thousandaire because I haven't hit the millions yet. So on my vision board, you might see a check for $10,000 because I'm being realistic. That's something I feel like I can knock out in a few months or a year, whatever, what have you. But everything doesn't happen overnight. So I know for a fact, what might not be the fact, I might win the lottery or something, you know? Yeah. But to achieve 10 million or 100 million by tomorrow, that's not really ideal. So I would just say, think realistically, see a goal that's small, like 10,000, and knock it out the park for the whole year. So just think realistically.
Okay, all right. This is helpful. And like to add like things to a board. I haven't made my vision board yet.
It's still time. No worries.
There is. You know, we're only in the first week.
Yes.
We're still this January 7th, you know. We're and when this airs, it'll be January. It'll just be a couple of days from now.
Absolutely. There's time.
There's plenty of time. It's a January thing.
Yes, there's time.
So tell me about who you are. What in the world is Craft Connections?
Yes. So Craft Connections is a big pillar of crafts. And when I say pillar, it's because it's a lot of entities in that one business. So under Craft Connections, I go to individuals' homes, the neurodivergent community. I go to their homes and do one-on-one sessions with them and provide art classes. I do a community for women 21 and up where I host craft classes. The next one is January 16th. And that is Collage and Connect, where we'll be making paper portraits. That one is free. The second one is January 24th. That's a Saturday from 4 to 6, and we will be making soap. So, yeah, each month is a different activity with these women in the community. Outside of that, I host the cricket classes, as you know. Shame on you. I host the cricket classes. I also get contracted out to community centers, corporate offices, retreats, after-school programs, you name it. I am out there DIYing and crafting with the community.
Yes, you are, girl. I feel like you are like a homemaker's dream. Like,
yes.
Like this is like what dreams are made of. I'm so proud of everything you've done and all the things that you've accomplished. There's so much because sometimes when it comes to DIY, just like me, you just give up. There are things that it just kind of sits in the corner, and it just doesn't kind of make it up. You just never really make anything.
I feel like
of it.
I'm the TikTok friend. Mm-hmm. You know how some people are scrolling and they see ideas of different DIY projects, and they want to do it. I'm that TikTok you go to in person to do that DIY project. So that's how I look at it.
And one of the things that you do, which I didn't know that you did this. Now, I knew you were crafty. So when I think of craft, I think of the Cricut, I think of scrapbooks and things like that. But what you were just talking about, I didn't know was, and I have it pulled up here on screen, is this beauty bar soap class.
Yes.
So wait a second, how did you get into this?
How did I go from crafting to soap making? So
it's similar because it falls into that lane and of crafting or I should say of DIY.
Yes.
But how did you make it over here?
So we're gonna circle back around. A few years ago, I want to say 2018, 2019, I used to make beauty bars. I used to make skincare products.
Okay.
And those who know I used to make the bombest oatmeal bars.
Really?
Yes. So it started a while back, and there are hard-headed people that still message me like, hey, I know you don't make this anymore, but can you please bring this soap back? And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to make it. However, I will love to teach you how to make it. Just like the Cricut classes. I used to make t-shirts and apparel. I no longer don't anymore. However, you can come on and sign up today and take a class to learn yourself.
Yeah.
So reverting back to Craft Connections, it is crafts all around the board. So we're going to merge soap making into crafting because we're still curating, we're still crafting, we're still having that girl talk. So we're there. So absolutely, it's a twist.
Yeah, wow, an amazing twist, and one that I personally am highly interested in. I just bought some beauty bars, if you will, from Lush.
Okay.
And that could be, I like it, and I like my little scrubby, and I like my little things and stuff like that. And it was just kind of like an end of the year kind of thing, and I was just like, you know what, why not? I was in the mall, and I was just like, I got some. But, it's kind of nice when you can make something yourself, maybe save some money. You can see, exactly what's in it, and you can get all of what you need.
Exactly.
Versus what they think that you might need. And they probably add a lot more of things to make it last longer on a shelf and stuff like that. Whereas we could just, if it's ours, that changes the game for, how you can use it, and you don't have to have so many preservatives.
And it's a wonderful feeling. You create that. You made that. I made this soap.
There's something about that.
Exactly.
What's
and I love
feeling?
that. And I love that for the site. I love that for a community. I love it as a whole.
Yeah.
I'm a girl's girl.
Yeah.
And I am all for new adventures, new avenues, to try something new, to say you came, you saw, you conquered. So when I have these events, first and foremost, they're always affordable.
I was just going to say that. Because I was looking at this $15 and I was like, I was thinking, part of me was thinking oh, what about a party? I could do if you could have a party. It was $15 is really low. If we're really being honest, that's low, especially are the materials provided?
All materials, including refreshments.
Yeah, I see. Oh, yeah.
Yes, and let me tell you why it's that low. I feel like today's society, we're going through a lot.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot going on in this state, in this city, in the whole U.S. There's a lot going on. So I feel like we all need a creative outlet. We all need to take a moment to breathe. We all need a moment to create. So I provide these. There's a lot going on. Everything's steady rising. So I want to keep this at a pace where people can afford to let their hair down, take their hats off, just to have that outlet. So I make it affordable for the community just to have that outlet.
I'm going to have a party.
Absolutely. I do bookings for birthdays and whatnot. So absolutely.
Can I just have a party because?
Yes.
I just want one.
I did say my husband's going to see this, but I did say I want to redo my bachelorette party. I want to redo it. because I wasn't crafty enough then. So I feel like I'm ready now.
My birthday is in September, and it's at the end of the
we got time.
September 25th. I know, but I don't want to wait that long. I want to party right now.
Yes. And that's the thing. Right now this is for a lot of people. This is the time where depression reaches peak. During the wintertime. Very seasonal. The cold air, the sicknesses, whatever's going on in home, outside the home. It's a very difficult time for everybody at this moment. So I am keeping up. I'm throwing events because you're going to make one of them. Somebody's going to make one of those events because I don't want them to slip and fall into that depression. It's hard, I know, but I'm with everybody. I'm with you. Come on out. It's relaxed. All supplies are always included. Refreshments. We love to eat. So it's always a good time.
This reminds me of during the pandemic, I remember stores like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann Fabrics, those type of stores where they were all like banding together and they were like, crafts are essential. You know?
Yes, absolutely.
They were like,
absolutely.
You know, remember when like everything had to shut down and they were like, no, we must stay open.
Absolutely. So yes, I was open because I did have a brick and mortar once upon a time. You did come and you did a cricket class
on the south side.
Yes. Okay. So I did have a brick and mortar. Unfortunately, I did end up closing because due to COVID, nobody wanted to meet. It was hard to get people to gather, which is understandable. But I ended up closing. It became a financial barrier. Yeah. You know, bills are racking up and no one's coming. So I had to make a decision. So I did close it. Yeah. But I'm back. I'm going harder than ever, and I love it here. I am here.
Do you have a location, or do you go, like, if you have an event, it's just at, you know, a specific place?
So, it's at specific places. Okay. I normally do events within Fountain Square. I chose Fountain Square because it is about 25-minute commute from everybody. So whether you're on the south side, west side, east side, it's still that same commute. Yeah. So I do it in the heart of Fountain Square at where I have memberships at. So Draft Creative Space, House Class, Bartender School. So I do them there.
Very nice. Very nice. Yes. And I get lucky because it's only about 5 or 10 minutes.
I know, right? So I'm on the south side. So it's a good 15 for me.
Yeah, it's pretty quick for me. I'm not too far from downtown. Wow. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
Yes. There's so much.
Yes. It's so much crafting to unpack.
Yeah, and there's so many different things that you do, from soap to collages to this and that. There's just so much that you have going on. Yes. But one of the things that I wanted to ask you about is that you said that you talk about, or that you specifically do things, and you said it just really quickly so people may not have caught it, but for individuals who are neurodivergent. What does that mean, and what does that look like?
Correct. So, neurodivergent is the disability community or the special needs community. My daughter is on the spectrum. She's autistic, so she doesn't craft. So she didn't get that from me. But I go out to homes. I host sensory-friendly events to have them craft too. Yeah. Because I am for all ages and abilities, whether it's a senior in the elderly community or whether it's a infant. I am here for everyone. With the special needs community, I go to their homes and do one-on-one sessions. So I have a roster, and I go to their homes. We do arts and crafts for about an hour 30 tops, and I travel. So I'm your mobile crafter.
Yeah, and I know for a fact that people can book with you. I work with you. You remember
Of course.
I like Scooby-Doo.
Yes, you made a Scooby-Doo t-shirt.
Yeah, that's, I don't even know where that's at now, but I did make it. I know, I love Scooby-Doo. And it's just like, why am I going, well, why would I buy something from someone when I could literally make that myself? I know exactly how to do that. I have, if I go dig through some drawers, surely I will be able to find, I had like a cricket, I had the cricket, I think it was called like a Cricket Joy.
Whole works. Yes.
I had all these different things. Like I got so invested in it, but then it just kind of got moved off. Mine was on the kitchen table, and then it kind of just got moved off. Then it gets moved to the side, then it gets moved in a box.
Closet.
And then it's just like, what happens to it. So I'm happy that you're here because you remind me to think about those kind of things that sometimes we put in the back of the closet, those fun things, those soft things that take us back to ourselves. And
it's time. You know, we all have hobbies, but to dabble into something different and creative, once you go cricket, it's hard to go back. So I know you never touched it, but once you touch it,
I didn't really get into the world in the way that I should have and I wanted to. I just I wish that I had more space. Sometimes I wanted to be able to can I rent a space downtown just so that I can have a place where it's not all jumbled up with other stuff. And so, but this reminds me to take the space, and my homework assignment, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to get some pals, and we're going to make a vision board, and I'm going. What I learned is I'm going to put it on a smaller
board.
Poster.
Yes, the smaller the board, the clearer the vision. I kid you not.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Wow. That's really news to me because every time I always see it's big. It's the big gigantic.
And I've learned through my mistakes as well because I hosted vision board gatherings since 2019. So I started with the big boards and class is from 2 to 3 hours and their board it's still not filled. Yeah. And when they take their group photo, there are big pieces, just chunks of space. And I'm like, you're going to want to put something there.
Yeah, which is where I go into, that's how you fill the space. But you're saying that, see, this is where the professional comes in. And the professional says, no, just condense it. Make it smaller. It doesn't have to be that big.
You want to be very clear and focused. So, the smaller the board, the easier it is to conquer those goals.
Yeah, well, I thank you so much for coming on here.
Thank you for having me.
I know firsthand, and the class was years ago that I had the opportunity to take with you. Yes. But you were very nice, you're very kind, you explained everything very well. You did. You really did a great job, because sometimes you can go to class and you can feel like, oh my gosh, why don't I get this? Why don't I understand this? And then and why can't I, insert this thing the right way, but you were absolutely a gem.
Thank you.
And
I appreciate that.
I really appreciate what you're doing with Craft Connections. I'm looking forward to the events that you have and the classes that you're gonna host, and maybe host to my own party.
Absolutely.
If not before my birthday, maybe during my birthday. I love fun stuff like this, and
but don't worry, there will be more free events throughout the year. So.
Yeah. Oh, and free events too. Yeah.
Free events. Yes, I just received a grant from the Indiana Arts Commission and Arts Midwest to host more free craft club. We call it craft club because we want to bring creativity and community together. So the event that's on the 16th, that's one of the free ones because that's when the grant cycle starts. But each month there will be a free event for you to come out to craft.
Yeah, that
so
is
absolutely
awesome.
And
I hope that I can make these. I have a part-time job where I work at Med Cosmetics, but I hope I can make your events, and I really hope that I can make this soap event.
Yes,
I would love to make.
It's time to come outside, and I'm not talking about going out.
Go to a party.
It's time to come outside and create.
Yes,
so
absolutely,
your own stuff.
It changes things.
Yes,
absolutely. Thank you so much, Alicia, for coming on. Thank you all for watching this episode of the Deep Dive. I hope you've learned something for your new year, and it's something that you can take with you, that you can take in your mind, and then you can put what you've learned from your mind and from David Gibson. You can take that, and then you can move it into a craft board. Thank you so much, Alicia.
Thank you for having
Thomas,
me.
a vision board, for coming on.